When we talked last time, you said that your mother had you thinking that your father did not love you.
Yeah,
And
but I know this, right? So my son's an educated boy. He's not stupid. He's actually making a choice, and I don't know why, because he's a grown man. He's 28 years of age. Do you know what I mean? Like a phone call. Hello, how are you? Like something. Do you understand? Like, although he might not see it, want to believe it, or understand it, I've sacrificed so them kids can have a normal lifestyle.
right.
Do you know what I mean? I've sacrificed so he is working every day now, and he is able to pay his mortgage, and he is able to survive on the street, because I've made sure that he never went on my road. Do you know what I'm saying? So I made sure that was never an opportunity for him. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's been pushed and guided in the right way since he was born. Do you know what I mean? I've never wanted him to be on the road or be a criminal. He knows that. Do you know what I mean? He knows I'll do anything to support him. He knows I'll do anything to protect him. He knows I'm there the minute he picks up his phone. But yeah, he don't want to communicate with me.
When you asked him
So
why he doesn't want to communicate, what did he say?
he don't say nothing. He don't answer my calls, don't answer my messages, don't answer nothing. So
Well, maybe someone told him growing up that you didn't love him.
I know that. But the mad thing about it is, yeah, what I realised at my dad's funeral, with all my dad's friends from 20, 30 years, 3, 4 decades of people telling me my life story, which made me realise my dad loved me. My son's getting it from his friends now. Dad, your dad's helping me, bruv. Come on, man. What's the matter with you? Like, come on, man. Speak to your dad. Oh, I know his friends are doing it, because I've asked a few of them, just ask him to give me a call. And he knows I'm involved in some of his friends' lives. He knows I assist a few of his friends. You know what I'm saying? He knows I'm about. But he chooses not to communicate with me. So I can't hold on to the reason or assumption of why. I've just got to accept it's because I was not the father that he dreamt, wished, or absolutely believed he needed in his life. And I've got to accept that and just wait for the time for him to just sort of snap out of it. Maybe he'll have to go through some own shit with his own son.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what
see
you
how much
mean.
he sacrificed for his son. Like, I don't know, but he's going to learn. If he doesn't want to communicate or engage with me, being the man I am, then he's going to learn another way.
Yeah.
And the other way can't be nice, because I've got to be the better option, surely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
Do you know, I've got to be the better option. Like, he can't learn another way. Like, it's crazy. And
yeah, I understand. What was it like for you growing up thinking your father did not love you?
do you know what? It just made me angry. It made me angry, like, and I'm going to show him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need him. Do you know what I mean? And when I have my son, I'll give my son everything. My son won't want for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And that's exactly what I've done, but it was all wrong. Do you know what I mean?
And you said last time, I believe, that your mother had you thinking that he didn't love you, right?
Well, do you know what it is? It's just when you grow up, yeah, and like my dad wasn't an angel, right? Because my dad, I watched my dad beat my mum, right? And I see him beat her to the point where I've actually jumped in. I've got involved as a kid and been slapped away. And my mum's fought back a couple of occasions. My mum even knocked my dad out once. Do you know what I'm saying? But I've seen him bust her eye, bust her mouth. I've seen it. I've seen him be horrible. I've seen him be as nasty as he can. And I just got to a point where I just said to myself, he's never going to hurt any of us again. And if I've got to go to prison for the rest of my life, I'll do that. And if he says anything or does anything, I'll kill him. And that's what I just had in my head from 14 years of age. Do you know what I'm saying? And that, because of that, that gave me a misplaced sort of judgment of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what made me go out into the world and do what I've done and become who I've become. Like,
amazing. And tell the folks how you found out that your father did love you.
So it was at his funeral. It was at his funeral, like, obviously I was looked at as like the kind of head of the family, of the siblings and stuff. So I said, like, I'm going to get up and I don't give a fuck who's there. I'm going to let them know what kind of a dad he was. Do you know what I'm saying? And in fairness, I think I'm going to spit on his coffin, do you know what I mean, and walk off. That was the kind of attitude I had when I turned up, when I was going there. And then when I got there, the whole church was like rammed up, people outside, and there was like people that I've known for years there. And I was like, they're like, what are you doing here? And I was like, it's my dad, isn't it? And I was like, shut up. And then all morning, like everybody was just talking about how my dad spoke about me, like old age pensioners coming up to me, telling me things about when I got out of prison, what I'd done to get money, where I stacked it. Like they were telling me personal things that my dad spoke about, and he was just talking about, because my dad always told me that all my people were using me, and I got to stop letting people use me, and some they're doing this and some they're doing that. But I never believed him. And then when it all come out at the funeral and people was telling me what my dad used to say and do, and I sort of realised then, do you know what I mean? And I couldn't get up and I couldn't say what I wanted to say. I sort of commended him and I said I was a bit sorry that I couldn't have been his son a lot sooner, and that malicious minds and mouths just prevented us from growing, you know, lies and deceit. And I sort of looked at my mum and I said, look, do you know what? I can't hate her for that, because she was just hurting at the time, but she ruined an opportunity for me not to go through or become the man I've become, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I understand why I've done everything now. And I understand now, because of the therapy that I've gone through and the things I've worked on, that everything could have been prevented based on parenting. And that's why I do what I do now, because it's just how you communicate with these youngsters, you know.
So did you forgive your mother for giving you that impression that your father didn't love you too?
Yeah, like, listen. Like, I put myself in my mum's shoes, right? I put myself in my mum's shoes. Now, if my boyfriend, my baby father, come in my house and wave me in and beat me up, I'm not going to want my kids to want to hang about with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do everything I can to upset him. You've upset me, you've busted my face. I can't even go out into the street without being embarrassed now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so people forget sometimes, like, what the mothers go through. Do you know what I mean? Like, my dad was a bad guy. My mum made some mistakes, but she was like, she accepted going through hell because she loved someone. And this is the thing that I've picked up on, yeah? In relationships, men are very reactive, and women, like, everyone's emotional, but men react a lot more to their emotions, where women fester on their emotions and plan. So my dad was a bad guy, and my mum reacted to a bad guy, basically, because my mum come from a decent family, and she just went into the world exploring and got caught up in a world that she thought she could live in and work with and manipulate, and she couldn't.
Yeah.
But my dad knew what he was doing, because my dad had women everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've met most of my dad's girlfriends, like, all around the country. Do you know what I mean? Coventry, Liverpool, Manchester, London. Like, and I've met them because I felt I needed to. Do you know what I mean? To understand why. Do you know what I mean? Why they'd all accept it. Why would it only be my mum not accepting what my dad done or what we went through? It's crazy.
How many
You know?
children your father have?
Pardon?
How many children he has? Your father?
I think there's 15 of us now, but there was 16 and one died.
Oh, man. Amazing. And so you know all your brothers and sisters? You've met them all?
No, only half of them.
Oh, okay. And so Your mother's still living?
Yeah, my mum is, yeah.
And how do you get along with her now?
Yeah, fine, like, fine.
Okay. When you were out there being bad, did you beat up on women the way your father did with your mother?
No. You know what? I actually don't mind being honest about that, yeah? But in all my relationships for 38 years, I think I've given a broken rib because I poked someone up the rib, right? And I believe me, I poked them up the rib and fractured a rib. And then I give someone a dead leg, 2 dead legs. So a cracked rib and 2 dead legs. And that's the violence that I've given to females over the space of my life. Do you know what I mean? And the cracked rib was an accident because I poked her up the rib to say, I don't mess about. And I poked her and it just fractured her rib. But that was the only violence I've ever committed. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know, I'm like women, you don't need to beat women up. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you like women, I'll get out of buzz out of them beating me up and I say, what are you doing? Like, come on. Like, I'll just walk out. Like, they scratch me up. I'll just put them on the floor and just walk out. Like, you don't need to beat women up. Do you know what I'm saying? Just manhandle them.
Amazing.
Like, come on.
So how many, so you have 5 children. Are they by the same woman or different women?
Two women.
Oh, I see. And you're close to all of your other children except for this one. Am I right?
Yeah, well, do you know what it is, yeah? Yeah, my eldest son is distant and we don't communicate. My eldest daughter speaks sporadically throughout the year. The other son speaks to me whenever he chooses. And the 2 little ones speak to me pretty regular, apart from one. One of the younger ones, she hasn't spoken. She spoke to me last weekend. I took her out and we spent a day with each other. But prior to that, she hadn't spoken to me for a year.
Amazing. How old are the youngest ones?
13 and 14. 13, 14, 22, 25 and 28.
Wow.